My name is Pavitra. I am here to give you all the presentation on the topic that is drip irrigation. You all may be aware about the term irrigation. What is irrigation? Yes, but very few of you know which had been carried out in any irrigation. Drip irrigation is one of them. So, now moving on to the topic of brief introduction to drip irrigation. It has advantages, disadvantages, various components, various characteristics and description of low cost, low tech of drip irrigation, which out we will be discussing with you later. Moving on, what is drip irrigation? Drip irrigation is also known as localized or trickle or micro irrigation. It involves dripping water into the soil at a very low rates. It needs 2 to 20 liters per hour. Next, it is the irrigation method which takes water and fertilizers to the soil. It goes to the main line and subline and the water is passed on to the plants on the surface of the roots and the soil. Now moving on to the basic layout of drip irrigation. You can see the main source from well where the water is going on to the tank connected to the line and then to the subline, and then the crops are getting water through that. In drip irrigation we won't give water to the plants. As a normal irrigation happens, this is what drip irrigation done. Next, we are seeing that characteristics of drip irrigation. You can see the level localized application of water. It consists of loam 3.0 to 4.5 feet, then soil wetted area diameter of 0.5 to 1.5 feet, next fine sand 1.0 to 3.0 feet, next heavy clay 4.0 to 6.0 feet, as opposed to sprinkler or flood where the entire surface is wetted. Next, process of drip irrigation. This is the process of drip irrigation. You all can see the main characteristics from where the water is being provided to the pitcher and the main pipeline which are connected to the subline. It goes to the crop and the crops are growing well. And now we are going to see that typical drip irrigation components. It consists of pipe of the wells and the control valves which controls the on or off position, fertilizers, it applies into the soil, and then the pressure regulator, it regulates the pressure to at 30 or below. Next, mainline and subline headers are used. These components are basically used in the drip irrigation management for the process to be carried out from beginning to end. This is necessary for the drip irrigation components. The components also you can see that how it works, the tap in the well and then comes to the filter, and then the backflow preventer which prevents the water, tubing adapter also used, and how the water is getting to the plants or which can be explained in drip irrigation system. Now the other components of drip irrigation system, that is you can see fertilizers, injectors which are injected directly for the plants to grow, and the different varieties of emitters are used in this drip irrigation system. And we are coming to the advantages of drip irrigation system. The advantages is erosion is minimized, saving of irrigation water is done, suitable for difficult land terrains, and it also fertilizes and nutrition loss is minimized. And then next, it reduces the labor cost. Then it is recycled non-potable water. And do you all know where the recycled water, where we get it? It basically get it from municipal wastewater. It is utilized for this system. In this way we are saving the water. As it is also have disadvantages, you can see that most is expensive. Yes, the drip irrigation system equipments are expensive, and The sun can affect the tubes used for drip irrigation, and it shortens their useful life. And then clogging, if the water is not properly filtered, the equipment are not properly maintained. And then next, because requirements are large quantity and costly. And the next, description of low cost, low tech and gravity system of drip irrigation system. It uses millions of resource. Poor peoples, like poor farmers, also can use this type of irrigation. It expensive piping to small plots of high value vegetables. It unlocks their potential benefits for literally millions of poor people. The low cost drip system is likely to be widely adopted for small farmers in semi-arid and hilly regions. And here are some of the pictures. You can see the drip irrigations are the process of drip irrigations and how it works, how the plants are growing well. And the next topic is fertilizers. It is then organic or inorganic materials, synthetic, added to the soil and supplied to the plants to grow. These are various kinds of fertilizers like potash and nitrate, as you can see out here. Moving on to the system design irrigation based on irrigation needs. What we can do this to design this type of irrigation? One way to do this to determine how long it takes, like we can take a 5-gallon buckets, and this will be important in determining how many plants you can safely irrigate without imposing water stress. Then the volume of water available to you and the maximum flow rate of that water can be calculated from these irrigation needs. And now in this situation we are going to see that common problems and remedies for the drip irrigation system. It is emitter plugging. It is especially after heavy rain, it damages the pipe and it remove and blow out or replace emitter. And then next we can add bleach periodically for control microorganisms, like example for algae. And then add vinegar or weak acid to control, like calcium carbonate. And it is very important to irrigate it each morning when drip line is contracted. Irrigation can be on the basic thing, should be done in every morning. And the last concept, that is summary. If carefully designed and then managed and maintained, low cost, low tech and red drip irrigation system can be used effectively. It is effectively inorganic vegetable irrigations can also be done for the growing of plants. Thank you.